We're going to go under center real quick. Some trades happening in the NFL. One we've been rumoring for a while right now, but that's Julio Jones getting traded from the Atlanta Hawks to the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee is definitely the surprise team here, I think.
I did not see that coming at all, bro.
As the reports have came out, I mean, a lot of these teams, I know that me and you were suggesting, weren't even really considering the option at all. Teams like the Colts and the Patriots were never serious about picking up Julio Jones. So Tennessee kind of took the flyer on him, giving up a second pick for a fourth pick. And
done. Get that guy in my building.
Which I still think is good value. So here's my thing is where I'm torn. I know this is Julio Jones. There's two sides of the spectrum. Is if you're the Tennessee Titans, you're ready to win now. You're going 11-5. You know what I'm saying? You got Derrick Henry, you got A.J. Brown. This team's ready to win now if Ryan Tannehill can keep up what he's doing. But I've been seeing this back and forth of where on one side, a team like Tennessee, of course, you would give up that draft capital because you want to win right now. You got about a 2-3 year window to, go out and get that chip with the players you have. But, 2 1/4, is that undervaluing Julio Jones? No, I honestly don't think so at all. I know he's one of the best receivers to ever play this game, but he is 32. The money is large. Last year, and it's a couple points in his career, he's missed some games due to some injury. I know his hamstring went out last year. That's why he was out. And as the older you get, man, I bet some of these teams might have just been worried, once that hamstring goes, probably just doesn't ever really come back the same. So I know we saw a lot of Packers and stuff like that. I still think Colts would have been a fantastic move for him.
I was sold on the Colts.
And my thing is, I still don't think the Colts, I don't know if the Colts or the Titans are a better team than the Colts still. I don't know. But this being said, though, the Titans, that's going to be a dangerous team. I think this team was going to be great without Julio Jones. I had the Titans at least still winning 11, 12 games and playing really good this year. Ryan Tannehill, ever since he's been there, has had this resurgence of his play. And, getting Julio Jones in there to be a 1-2 combo with A.J. Brown. The defense stepped up a lot last year. I think they still need to add a piece or two there, but this is a solid Titans team, man. And, from the Falcons side of point, this obviously shows I think they are trying to rebuild. This is a rebuilding team. Just so happens like Matt Ryan is their quarterback. It's unfortunate they're not going to be able to really do anything. But I still, I think the Falcons probably can't be worse than they were last year, but that's unfortunate, man. But Julio Jones is a legend. Going to the Titans, that's going to be a competitive-ass football team. I'm hyped to watch some Coles-Titans matchup.
Yeah, facts. Twiggy said this off air, but imagine scheming against A.J. Brown, Julio on each side, and then you got Derrick Henry in the backfield. One of them is going to be open or get the ball and make a play. So, that's going to be insane for, opposing defenses. But just looking at the Titans past couple of years here, literally the last 4 years from 2016 to 2019, they finished 9-7. And in those 4 years, they lost a divisional game. They made it to a conference championship, lost that. And then obviously last year, 2020, went 11-5, lost in that wild card round. So it kind of feels to me like Julio is going to be that piece that is going to set them over the edge. I know there's been a lot of concern about injury, his age, et cetera. But let me put it this way. Julio played 9 games last year and still got 771 yards. Why are people not talking about that? This is Julio Jones. Even if he plays limited time, he's going to ball the fuck out. The Titans have a pretty solid receiving core as it is. This is all just extra. This is an incredible move for the Titans here. Like we said, it's a second and a fourth later on. They're trying to win now, and it feels like this is the right move. So I'm super excited. And like you said, between the Titans and Colts, man, AFC is getting juicy. And classically speaking, I've just been an NFC boy. I've just always thought the broadcasts are better, the games seem to be more competitive, et cetera. But, AFC these past 5 years has just been bolstering up.
Yeah, and I sit here and I'm thinking, where do the Titans fall in the AFC? Obviously I still think the Chiefs are going to be the Chiefs, and the Ravens are going to be great.
There's no way the Titans don't win 10 games.
No, I think that's true, but then I don't know, because I still got to look at the Colts. I got to look at the Browns. I still think the Steelers are going to be.
That's what I'm saying. There's some hitters over there, dude.
Titan, and the Bills. I didn't even think about the Bills. New England's going to be good again. So that AFC division, that whole AFC is going to be rather competitive this year. Dolphins coming up, so I think there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. I mean, depending on how Jacksonville looks and whatnot, bro, that might be a little tough division.
It might fucking be good, dude. No one knows what's going on. Right
Texans are kind of the odd man out there. We don't know what's going to happen with them, but that's a solid division, bro. I'm hyped to see what football gets played out of this AFC this year for sure. But big shout out Julio Jones, big shout out the Titans, bro, pulling up on him, making that trade.
He's gonna run it up this year, bro. You heard
it. Like, even if he only gets maybe 5-6 targets a game, like if that's what he has to do to just be able to stay healthy, bro, he's gonna catch about 4 of them bitches. So
he can catch all 5.
Titans are gonna be all right.
Drag his defender 20 yards down the field. You know what I mean? Like it's Julio Jones, brother.
It's Julio Jones. So big shout out there. Hype to see that. But
perfect.